Menoka say Malik Basintale, more news is coming about him. Now, it come our update said stroke instance simbin nema. But now no Malik Basintale reports on Nakasabe Tro on the Facebook so Kolongoli Toli enya no kre Kolongoli Toli yesi we nya stroke ni ade enya no kre ni ade ama echi kra na or video trend as no oni obi ye video ko before say hey office ye Jimmy won o da ho na o video call half of your body is paralyzed na ho tonsa pejana ni ehu. And people are saying it's not part of their business anyways, but people were believing this was true. And then we can say, you know, in peniphobi, akubo epi, yeah, Malik Basintale fee. And who said, oh, indeed, he's indeed in Ghana. And aside from that, one of the things you also learned in this particular thing is he actually spoke about the UK issue. Now, amount for baby Ababa reacted, but before then, you share the video involved, yeah, Babaka, yeah, better also.
So I'm with Chika here in the UK. Ghana UK. So I'm with Chika here in the UK. Ghana UK. So I'm with Chika here in the UK. Ghana UK.
So that was Malik Basintale ultimately so no cross say hey UK ame wono edu new but we share around the near dia ultimately say Ghana because omo ekọ ni nchen say omo sa no omo ye Ghana for it is a chrome ha no wa clearly though this rumor has been laid to bear which is definitely a good news. So your friends abronye odi kind the rumors ne ba yesu yesum say twitwe no abronye yesi enya no crew we providing evidence which means we will say next time no yakwaye research eye but then me no ka say no obi aba react to this or patch say ade a MPP4 air plot na omo pai ne say stroke ene niema and starting ku MPP NDC4 na patch say ade a nkofo hye na omususu ye embe me hwe video e baba ka e beto
abusanfo ene de moma me kwan na me ni atam kakra nepe ene twoma me ni atam bio na before mumu bia jimisa like jimmy ni too much o ena Malik yare ena Malik bewu ena wanya stroke ena Malik empire body nyina empire bo obi empire bo obi kura se Malik bewu yi de 2028 ba omi abawini ja mwajimi and ya Maliki mutan papa but you know what unfortunately my friend dance aboka Malik no ho din se kronkron nyago panda romanti Malik no ho din se tractor tie no mo be wunam Malik tiase. I'm doing this video because a lot of people are worried. A lot of people are in my DM asking how it's Malik Basintale or Matiso Yaren and Akurebe in the womb. It's like a lot of people are worried. Until I make a video and come in for your more MPP4. You understand? Jabushan for what it is and some no abontain and Malik is forget it. One of those MPP what do you call it? Mum forget your Omuni Jumadi. Mo party na tetia pansam no mo hwe kwa chechire. Na what is our mo source ni abronye? Almost sauce ni abronyo na breaky sa news no. Na uti o mo reasons a say na say Malik nkanche. Nti uti obi nkanche na je so yare. Must you always be in the media? Must he always be in the media? Aru. Yeah, my main class na.
Okay, to one more time a year your friend is saying 5k men 3k women and omutiate and no party say a party as you see our source bronye de any amu problem obete Malik Basintale yes say UK hey mo source ni pass an MPP party dia any Charlie muhia deliverance regardless no a year Felix Ofosuku actually happened to be the communications or presidency communications or the Insimbia Babe Tuja or the powerful message and I was also contributed to the recent budget year past year and then some of the Babe Tuja as always people are saying that this guy is a gem. Why that man vice presidential position be a video about to us.
Very well. It's now the turn of Honorable Felix Kwachi Ofosu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to comment on the presentation of the 2026 budget statement and economic policy of President John Dramani Mahama. Mr. Speaker, let me start by commending highly the Finance Minister for presenting what, by every account, is an inspiring budget that sets us on the path to rapid economic recovery and socio-economic development. Mr. Speaker, before I delve into specifics in the budget, there is a need to correct some misimpressions that were created in the course of the contributions by our friends on the other side. Mr. Speaker, they have sought to contest the absolutely indubitable fact that the economy that they superintended was in shambles. Mr. Speaker, that the economy we inherited from them was in shambles is a matter of public record. It is not debatable. As has often been said, Mr. Speaker, economic analysis is carried out on the basis of specific indices. There are metrics. There are things you use to measure economic performance, which are not subject to interpretation or opinion. Mr. Speaker, the economy they handed over to us was one that was in the throes of deep economic default. For the first time in the history of Ghana, a government defaulted on our debts. Mr. Speaker, for the first time in the history of Ghana, our credit ratings was at junk status. In local parlance, we call it baller. In Mura, that was the state of our ratings. Mr. Speaker, the currency, the Ghana cedi, suffered a catastrophic collapse under the watch of our colleagues on the other side. By the time they left office, you could buy the dollar for 17 cedis in some forest bureaus in Ghana. This is not a disputable fact. Mr. Speaker, inflation at a point reached 54%, hyperinflation. You went to the market in the morning to buy an item at one price, only to return in the afternoon to find that the price had gone up. By the time they left, it was at 23%, which was exceptionally high for an economy like ours. Mr. Speaker, when they went into the IMF program, albeit in an ambulance, they committed to leaving a primary surplus of 0.5% at the end of the 2024 financial year. Mr. Speaker, we came into government and discovered that far from leaving a surplus of 0.5%, they had in fact done a primary balance of negative 3.5%. Mr. Speaker, the budget deficit was hovering around 5.7%. So there is absolutely no doubt that the economy that we inherited was in shambles and that it had been mismanaged. Our public debt had reached levels that made it impossible for them to repay. Mr. Speaker, they gave 1.3 million Ghanaian bondholders excruciating haircuts that plunged them into severe economic hardships. This is not in dispute. So it is settled beyond debate that the economy was in shambles under them. Mr. Speaker, the next issue that is not up for debate is that there has been a remarkable turnaround in the fortunes of the Ghanaian economy. The same indices that I recited, Mr. Speaker, when you look at them under us, you see remarkable recovery. Mr. Speaker, contrary to the junk status of our credit ratings, today we have come back to B-. Mr. Speaker, today, the Ghana cedi on the interbank market sells at 10.9 Ghana cedis. That's what the Bank of Ghana has reported. Even on the Forest Bureau or at the Forest Bureau, it hovers between 11 to 11.5 cedis. Under them, it was 17 cedis. Mr. Speaker, inflation is at 8%, and the minister has given indication that they expect it to reach 6.5% by the end of this year. Mr. Speaker, the primary balance, and the reason why I stress the primary balance, is that they made it the main anchor of the IMF program. In other words, it was the most important indicator for them. They chose it. Mr. Speaker, from the negative 3.5% primary balance, the Minister of Finance set a target of a surplus of 1.5%. Mr. Speaker, he went 0.1 better and achieved 1.6% by the third quarter of this year, which has never happened in recent memory. Mr. Speaker, today, Ghanaians are seeing relief from the economic management of the John Dramani Mahama administration. Because we have been able to control the cedi, or I beg your pardon, the exchange rates. For 10 consecutive times, the price of fuel has dropped. Mr. Speaker, there is record before the Economic Committee of this House that up to 4,500 different items saw price reductions because of the appreciation of the Ghana cedi. And this is relief brought to the pockets of the people of Ghana. Yeah. Mr. Speaker, the transport companies will tell you that since government began to engage them about a decade ago in the fixing of transport prices twice a year, it is under this government that the single biggest reduction in transport fares has occurred of 15%. Yeah. And that is because fuel prices, which is a key determinant of transport fares, has reduced substantially. That is also not in debate. Mr. Speaker, even as I go on to correct some misimpressions, my respected friend, Dr. Gideon Boako, sought to assail the fiscal consolidation measures of the finance minister. He decried the effort of the finance minister to hold the line and ensure that the same fiscal indiscipline which led us to the crisis that the superintendent does not recur. He accuses the minister of excessive fiscal consolidation. Mr. Speaker, all that the minister has done is that he has adjusted his expenditure patterns to meet unexpected shortfalls in revenue. It is common knowledge, Mr. Speaker, that if for some reason your revenue sources suffer a hit, you adjust your expenditure. It is because they were unable to do that for 3 consecutive years under them, we recorded double-digit deficits. When revenue suffered under them, they decided to spend more. But this finance minister says no. We must turn away from that kind of reckless expenditure. So if you check page 18 of the budget, at paragraph 112, the minister makes the point that revenue underperformed by about 4.7%. That meant that the projections he had made had come short. And therefore, there was a need to change strategy to ensure that we do not overspend. So he also adjusted expenditure and cut goods and services, which is discretionary, whilst ensuring that important disbursements to statutory funds are met. Mr. Speaker, I, by virtue of being MP for Abra Sebu Kwamankese, as is the case for all my colleagues, am an ex-official member of the Abra Sebu Kwamankese District Assembly. So I know that this government has done a yeoman's job in terms of spending in the right places. Mr. Speaker, the whole of last year, the AAK District Assembly received only 298,000 Ghana cedis in common funds. 298,000 Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, by the middle of this year, the same assembly had received 6.5 million Ghana cedis in common fund disbursements. Because of that, as I speak to you, the AAK District Assembly has almost completed 8 different projects, which they could not do the whole of last year. So it is not true that this finance minister is not spending. He is spending in the right places. Mr. Speaker, for the first time, the National Health Insurance Scheme reports that they have a healthy balance in their accounts, unlike the past, when a minuscule of what was due them